Check out our channel and subscribe so you can watch our full video of Engineer Pass and our tour of Animas Forks. Hi, it's Father's Day weekend and we are taking our Tacoma over Cinnamon Pass. We camped last night at, where did we camp? Williams Creek Campground. It is $20 a night and it's just outside of Lake City. We're kind of doing a throwback to when we first got married because we used to always take his Jeep. So this is our first full family in a vehicle off-road trip in a really long time. And it kind of feels luxurious because we can bring a ton of stuff and we can close windows and all those sorts of things. My name is Callie and I'm going to hand it off to Chad and he's going to talk about all of the cool things that he's done to his Tacoma because he's put a lot of work into it. Thanks for watching.
Today, like Callie was saying, we're doing the Alpine Loop, which is Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass. It's been a long time since I've been on it. It is much smoother than I remember. Of course, that was probably 15 years ago. They've definitely done a lot of work. The Toyota Tacoma, though, is definitely a nice vehicle to take on this trail. I've done quite a bit of work on it. I've got a full Fox suspension lift on it. Fox with the adjustable reservoirs. I've got a Icon leaf springs in the back, which you can probably hear squeaking a little bit, but nature of the beast, but they're comfortable. So we're just kind of cruising on up. I'm still in 4 high, not really struggling yet. So I've regeared it too. So I've got 529 gears. So it's pretty low geared. Definitely probably the best modification I've done to the Tacoma though. It really helped the transmission, helps the shifting, especially living in Colorado, pulling passes and everything. I don't even think twice about that one. I would say that's the top mod for a Tacoma is the gears, followed by lift and tires, of course. I added a front camera. The newer Tacomas have them. The front camera will come in key when we get into Engineer Pass because there's a point in the road where you're climbing and you cease to see the road because your hood's in the air. So you kind of have to use the front camera or stick your head out the window to see if you're on the trail. And I can't remember, there's a name for it. It's either heart attack point or cardiac point.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of, we'll see if it's the same because I did it 15, 20 years ago. But now the trails they're definitely wider for sure. It seems like smoother. But we're on Cinnamon Pass. Cinnamon Pass is rated easy, so it's we'll see what we get into when we get to Engineer, which is more of a moderate pass. We're gonna do the short loop today, I guess. It's just from Lake City to Animas Forks and back. Animas Forks is a ghost town. I said it's one of the well-preserved ghost towns, although I think they had some snow back in 2019 that destroyed some buildings. But yeah, pretty big operation they had back in the day. And the reason we are in the truck today is the Alpine Loop is considered a road. So to have the boys on it, they are technically supposed to be 16 years old, have a driver's license, and if you have an OHV, you're supposed to carry liability insurance.
Oh, so they have to have a driver's license. They can't just...
That's what I was reading on the rules and regulations for OHVs, which is,
wow.
It's probably common for the bigger Jeep trails here in this area. For our area, they're all ATV trails, so you just need the sticker and you're free to go.
It kind of makes sense because you're going into town, so going into town, you would want licensed drivers.
Yeah. Because they do license it to where you can go through Lake City. And Lake City is an awesome town. So if you have an OHV, I would highly recommend you stay in the Lake City side. Silverton has kind of turned their nose up a little bit to the OHV community and banned OHVs in their town. So might as well stay at a town that you can drive around in and have fun on your OHV in Lake City. And it's pretty neat. There's even ATV crossing signs and they've got it all laid out for you.
to pull over to let all the side-by-sides go by. And the dirt bikes. They are way faster than us. Done because it's going to take us about 6 hours, and we're actually just coming up on bathrooms, which is so luxurious. Because I was thinking, how are we going to find a place to take a pit stop when there's like really no private spots? So that's a pretty cool thing. I didn't realize we were going to have that. Here's our first kind of semi-rocky little area. This trail has been so smooth so far. Honestly, it's not much different than the roads in Pagosa Springs. We took a pit stop at this overlook, and it says that at the mouth of Cooper Creek, which is running right through here, there was a town of Argentum.
So I'm riding in the back of the truck because I get claustrophobic and my knees hurt riding in that little space. So I'm going to be riding back here. I'm going to be all laid out and I can see all the mountains and all the summits. There's no dust, hopefully. I would rather be on my dirt bike. Probably when I'm 16, I'll come back up here with a motorcycle's license. Definitely. And that'd be definitely so much fun.
Yeah. There they go. Some of these side-by-sides are so big they look like vehicles. I just saw that one and thought, oh, it's a Jeep. Nope, it's just a monster side-by-side. Hi, Chad. It looks like we're coming up on another old mine. But it almost looks more recent than some of the others that we've passed. Ooh, bumpity bump bump. It's about as potholy as our neighborhood.
Buy some land.
Oh yeah, it's for sale. Buy your old, buy this old defunct mine and get it going again. There's areas you can see where they've had avalanches in the winter. I'm surprised how many inhabited cabins there are up here. There's another Jeep.
They're in a hurry.
They're flying. Don't they know there's a speed limit in this town? This is the side of a town. Had two names. It was either Tellurium or White Cross. Sam found rusted metal.
Yeah, it was right by that rock. It was very close.
Maybe put it back. Sawyer, how was your first few miles on the back of the truck?
So much fun. I think you should sit back here so you can get the best footage because it's beautiful out here.
Yeah, I bet it is nice in the back. It's interesting to think that the area that is so remote was once a thriving community with industry and stores and, you know, all of that sort of thing is pretty amazing. And in our country's short history, to already have archaeological sites from the industrial age is pretty cool. So far, Cinnamon Pass has proven to be very hospitable, very easy. and we are having a snack. Here's a waterfall. It's really rushing, and we're pulling over to let more side-by-sides go. There they go. Ooh. Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go over a water crossing. Not very nice. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, there's a pit of water. We're going around. Nice. It's getting a little rocky, but nothing crazy. Nothing that is, beyond.
It's still easy.
Yeah, it's still easy. This is the first point where we really are making a noticeable climb. That was probably the trickiest part so far, and it wasn't crazy at all. Here's kind of a glimpse of how the more rocky parts are. Nothing crazy. And it's really wide, so you have choices on your approach. When it's more narrow, you're kind of stuck. When you're in a wider vehicle like this, you're going, you got to go where the road is. This is why Sawyer and Sam were having the time of their lives. Amazing. And you can hear water. You can hear the river. Here we go. That was oh yeah. The water is rushing here. Look at this waterfall. Oh man, it just keeps getting better and better. We're coming up on people who are mountain biking up this. We're getting into more snow, so we're getting higher. You can see some snow there. And we've got a choice. If you go left, which is what direction?
American Basin is south.
American Basin to the south. We're going to keep going west. So
American Basin just goes down, and it's one of the most scenic wildflower spots in Colorado. It is very sought after for photography and artists and painters.
it says four-wheel drive recommended in both directions beyond this point. And it definitely kind of takes a turn in steepness for sure. It's a little bit more narrow. trying not to record the poor bikers. I doubt they're going to be featured in this. Ooh, look at that. So this is the first real switchback. Yeah. That would be a rocky ride. Oh, hey, there's a 4Runner. Should have brought my car. The bikers asked for zip ties, and this is the one time that we don't have like a bulk supply of zip ties or baling wire. Generally, we have.
They're on the dirt bikes and the 4-wheelers.
Yeah, we have to keep them on the ATVs because those are the things that we break. We could rebuild your entire vehicle with our supply kit. So now we're getting into an etiquette lesson. We're going to yield to the side-by-sides and let them go around us. Hopefully they have zip ties for the bikers.
So uphill has right of way. That's why they pulled over, but we've got a really good spot to pull over and let them by. So it's really wide here. So you got to be smart.
Yep. I would have preferred to stop here and not have to like drive off the edge of the cliff to let them go around us. Because look at that. That's the drop. Those things are so loud. When we had our side-by-side, I felt like the noise of the engine and everything was just so loud. And then they had music blasting over it, so their ears are gonna be ringing by the time they're done today. So this is definitely getting into feeling more like a shelf road. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the angle of the car, kind of the steepness of the grade and the climb that we're on. This is the first, or now we're really climbing consistently. It's not the first climb, but definitely a consistent climb. And it won't be long until we are above tree line. Silas, what's tree line in the U.S.?
11,000 feet.
11,000 feet in the U.S. And one thing that he learned is that it's different in Europe. So Europe's lower, right?
Yeah, 8,000 feet.
So Europe's 8,000 feet and the U.S. is 11,000. Interesting. Fun fact.
Look it up.
Look it up. Fact check us, because we're just going based on memory, which is generally, not always ideal. This kind of view, this angle here, is what freaked me out the most whenever we first started doing this, because you can't see what's on the other side. And in my mind, it's just a drop off that we're about to drive over. Oh, Chad got the front camera going. See? There might be a flicker. Oh, there you are. That wasn't bad at all. That was nothing. When you crested that, it wasn't a long lip.
Good thing about the hood of a Jeep. You see.
The hood of a Tacoma. Whoa! Oh! Hey, buddy. What is it with Jeeps today? They're all just flying. They must have really worked on their suspension. You've got about like a foot on this side to the right. Jeep people are brave today. They're just ripping around these corners. He apologized. But that's okay. Since Chad's not on his dirt bike, he's probably appreciating the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I guess.
Not when your children are in the back.
We're taking it extremely slow, so we're just kind of cruising.
We are. And up here's a sign for private property. Oh my gosh, how do you get property up here?
I think there's some people behind us, so I may pull over and see if they're gonna.
The mountain bikers flying past us. To the river. So is this the top of the waterfall that we just saw? I think it is. And there's where we came. So you can kind of see the steepness because we were just at a flat part and then you can't see what we ascended. The other thing too that I was really impressed with coming up here is that it's Father's Day weekend, and in Pagosa Springs it was packed. How long do you think it took? Like, Silas, 5 minutes to get turned out of the neighborhood. There were so many people on the highway, and so we were kind of worried we wouldn't be able to get a campsite because we had to leave when Chad got off work. So we were pulling in at 7, I think it was like 7:30 last night, and it is not busy here. There's another cabin, abandoned cabin. It looks like a maintained, a preserved. It is. It's a property, and so they've got a preserved old cabin and then a new gorgeous cabin. So that's the private property. Hashtag blessed.
That is
Private property, stay on road. Don't come visit. No, we don't have bathrooms. Ooh, there's a waterfall. When you're doing this, you just have to have your head on a swivel because everywhere you look is cool. So there's a waterfall on this side, which I can't really see as well. Oh, got it? Thank you. Thank you. And then, so that's the left side, the driver's side, and then the passenger side, you can see the old mine remains.
This is one of those things where we go around instead of up because there's kids in the back.
Yeah. It's such a different dynamic, kind of slowing down. There's a lot of people kind of accumulating right here. Whoa. Yep. I liked that. That dirt bike kind of had more of a vintage paint job or sticker kit or whatever. Okay, this is where it gets interesting because we've got 2 going up and 2 coming down, and so the coming down is actually taking one for the team, and he's pulling way out to the side. And there's one more coming down.
I'm going to pull in and back in behind this guy.
Chad's going to pull in and back in so that this truck coming down can make their...
This guy's going to go.
This guy's just going to...
I don't know what he's doing.
No, I think he's backing up so he can make the... We've got a Subaru.
We're going to back up and let these guys come down.
There's someone doing this in a Subaru, which is
we got
pretty
a traffic jam.
I was just saying it didn't seem crowded at all, and now here we are with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full-size vehicles. This guy may just go straight forward.
Pull that way.
Yeah.
If he can pull in behind this dude.
Nope.
Oh,
he's making the turn. He's got to get out of here.
Yeah, that's a good move. If he can do it,
Yeah, he can do it.
And we're going.
And off we go. Ooh. That's the sort of thing that when Chad first started taking me on these trails, that would scare me to death. I don't know why, because it's not like people are just going to go flying off the side of a mountain, but when there's a small margin of error, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Oh, we honked on accident.
Yeah.
Those people are like, what is wrong with it?
It's the hold on kids sign.
Yeah. We're just so excited. So that's what we just came down. Let's see, can you see that? So there's the trucks that we met, and we'll try to get kind of an aerial view of where we came from and see if it was as tight as it felt. So there was quite a bit of a pull off, and I think the truck coming down could see it better than we could coming up. And so then also the truck making the switchback could probably see how much room he had better than what we could. So it all worked out.
Well, looks about the end of it, maybe.
We'll stop at the top and
Wait to eat lunch.
we let the Subaru go on past us. It's kind of a weird sensation to feel like you're being tailgated up here.
It's those 529 gears. They just keep us going slow.
There's a ground squirrel. Chipmunk. First nature we've seen so far.
Woo!
Oh, now it's bumpy. I was just thinking it's so smooth.
We're gonna get a waterfall on our hands.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Get wet. Got the road crew.
Yeah.
Building some guys' house.
Yeah, I'm glad you can tell they maintain these roads.
Oh, they're nice.
These are super nice. Waterfall. Would assume that the later it gets, the water probably isn't flowing as steadily.
Our camp host was telling us that 4th of July weekend is when the swarms hit. Everyone comes and it's busy all until they close it.
Swarms of humans or
Razors.
swarms of razors. Yeah. Look at this waterfall. This is really cool. Look at the snow shelf. So there's a shelf of snow hanging on, and then this really cool waterfall that's just shooting off.
Yeah, there's a cornice.
It's called a cornice.
Yeah. They're very dangerous this time of year because they break.
Yeah, Silas is saying that's dangerous, and I can imagine because you can see how the underneath has melted. I mean, it's not a tremendous amount of snow, but it's probably frozen pretty solid. If it gotcha, probably knock you out. Ooh, I wonder if the boys are going to get sprayed. There went a bird. Ooh, look. Okay, I'm going to get excited and overreact to every waterfall because it's just the coolest thing ever. And there's the valley.
That's American Basin. So you can take the road that we passed and get to the bottom and see the bottom of it. We're getting to the top.
What, the road that's split?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it's either up or down.
Yeah, the down road, of course, is a dead end. It's an out and back.
We're coming up on another waterfall. Overreact. It's the coolest thing ever. There's a little one. And that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at... This is going to be bumpy. Hold on, boys. How's it going back here, Sam? Are you getting too cold?
No, I'm doing good.
We've been talking about the perfect chip size for like the whole ride here. And then we've been just looking at these beautiful views all back here and all this bullet here.
So this family is unofficially sponsored by Lay's Salt and Vinegar and Lay's jalapeno?
Yeah.
The baked ones are so good and we love them. Making Chad jealous right there. Silas is taking any opportunity he can get to ice climb. He's obsessed. And it's a hard sport to be obsessed with in the summertime. Here he comes. What's going on? I don't like the looks of this. It was weird. It just wanted to wake him up a little bit. It's like, don't be jealous of the dirt bikers. I love you too. Don't take me for granted. So we wanted to give a comparison of the snow depth here on Cinnamon Pass compared to Engineer Pass, because Engineer should be way deeper. So you can see it's up to the roof line of the car, definitely, but Engineer should be way, a much higher snow line. And it says, "Happy day. God bless the USA." Someone carved into the snow. I don't know where Silas went. Did he just decide to go ahead and climb on up to the top of the mountain? There he is. We made it to the top. So we made it to the top of Cinnamon Pass.
This brake was off that brake because that was the tire that was just in the street.
Yeah. We made it.
It's cold.
There's quite a crowd up here.
Yeah.
Pretty cool dirt bikes. Wish we could bring our dirt bikes up here.
We will one day when you're 16.
The elevation of Cinnamon Pass is 12,640 feet and windy. There's the old Tacoma. Well, commence a freak out because we could not find Sam for about 10 seconds at the top of the mountain. And there is Silas climbing the ice sheet. See if he makes it to the top. Yeah, Silas has been waiting for this moment for I don't know how long. It's making him so happy. He got everything he needs to ice, well, not everything, but everything that he can get his hands on to ice climb. And so he is so happy to get to do this. Whoop! I don't think though if this broke free, which I don't think it's that type of snow, but if it broke free and he went down, he wouldn't be falling off a cliff. So I feel better about this. But he made it to the top. This guy's gonna be like, "Why did you go up that way? There's an easier trail." And Silas is gonna be like, "Why would I go on the easy trail? I have an ice axe. Will travel." There he is. If he jumps, Aunt Teresa, Granny, just fast forward. Oh good, he's not jumping. He may slide though. I think he's been working on that. He was working on that during snowmobiling. He liked to slide and then dig his ice axe in to stop, which he told me is called self-arresting. Whoop, 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 whoop. He's gonna say, "You should have let me put my crampons on." He's got his oh, nice. So I think I'm sure he's doing this on purpose to practice. It was funny because Chad got this ice axe years ago at a garage sale. And I was like, "Why did you buy an ice axe? That's so random." And he goes, "Because it's the coolest thing ever." And here we are now with a 14-year-old who is obsessed. And he's using the ice axe, so you never know.
It is fun. We need to do it more.
So now we're heading down. We were just at the top of Cinnamon Pass. It was a little windy and a little cold, but it was pretty cool up there. You can really see the switchbacks when you're above tree line. So what are you in now? Are you just in 4 high?
I'm in 4 low, just in second gear, kind of just cruising down.
Yeah, that way you don't have to brake.
Yeah, about to switch to first. It's
All these wildflowers are just carpeting the top of this mountain. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. So now we're heading down. Chad, is this going to take us straight into Animas Forks?
yes, it should. You might have to follow some signs once we get down, but it should take us right down into Animas Forks. We can eat lunch.
Hope it's a little less windy there.
Well, you're gonna notice the clouds are starting to build, so I'm kind of might be make it interesting going over Engineer.
We were in Rocky Mountain National Park a long time ago, before the reservation system started, and there were a lot of people, but this lightning storm rolled through. We were in a regular vehicle. We weren't in a side-by-side. And this woman, she had been day hiking, and she was just laying down in the rain because of the lightning, because that's what you are supposed to do, because we were at the top. And we pulled over. Chad's like, there's a body. And so we're like, are you okay? Get in the car. And she was like, no, I'm okay. This is just what you're supposed to do. And we were like, I know, but what we're supposed to do is put you in the car with us. We'll take you. And she was like, no, I'm okay. It'll pass. Like, she was so calm, so chill. Like, I'm more worked up now talking about it than she was in the moment. And so Chad's like, okay. But there were so many cars in front of us and behind us, all stopping to do the same thing. So she was just like living her best life at the top of a mountain. So those are the things I remember whenever we're seeing a thunderstorm build off in the distance. Well, we'll just all lay down flat until it passes. There's another waterfall. Lots of wildflowers. We're pulling into Animas Forks. This ghost town's not going to feel like a ghost town. It's going to feel like a hop-in place because there's so many people out here this weekend. And everybody's in a great mood. It kind of has like a really fun atmosphere right now. I think generally people are in good moods when they're at the top of a mountain, unless you're altitude sick, in which case you're probably trying to stay awake and not fall asleep. I think there's always one person in the group who's altitude sick, and for the longest time that person was me. And it was just chug water, try to fight the headache, and try to acclimate. The descent heading down into Animas Forks, whoa, see, is rocky, and it is a switchback. So if you go straight here, you're heading up Engineer. And then you need to make the switchback to get down to continue on to Cinnamon. There's a waterfall! Woo! So if you go right, you're going to Engineer. If you go left, you're going to Cinnamon. Or Silverton, not Cinnamon. And there's the little Animas Forks.
Well, where's the Costco?
And there's a bathroom.
Where's the Walmart?
Hope there's no one coming up.
It better not be.
Yeah, this is where you hope no one's coming up because it's blind corner.
We
Hope
have
none
the
of
right
this.
way. We have to back up.
Yeah, there's a big wide spot, but I wouldn't want to have to back up to get there.
Oh yeah, there we go. We good.
Yep. You had to really want to get here back in the day. Or now.
Let's explore the buildings and
We
see
are.
So straight takes you on to Silverton, and then right takes you to Animas Forks. And then it's labeled really well here. Engineer Pass, Cinnamon Pass, Animas Forks, Alpine Loop. because there's no cell signal, and if you don't have a map and you're lost, then you would just have to ask one of the other 100 people here which way to go. Check out our channel and subscribe so you can watch our full video of Engineer Pass and our tour of Animas Forks. Goodbye Animas Forks, and next stop, Engineer Pass. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe.